Picture London's rail map like a beating heart. Lines pulse, stations breathe, and every upgrade is open-heart surgery on a moving patient. Now imagine a single price tag, about $450 million, roughly $420 million, buying a transformation you can actually ride. What does that kind of money do here? It can deliver a brand new mainline station like Brent Cross West opened in December 2023, or renew an entire light rail fleet on the Docklands Light Railway. It can stitch new neighborhoods into the city's bloodstream, cut commute times, and unlock thousands of homes. But here's the tension. London's megaprojects run to billions. A 450-meter makeover has to be laser-focused, flawlessly phased, and finished without stopping the trains. By 2030, could a targeted package at this scale feel like a system-wide reset, or just a piece of the puzzle? Would you bet on it? So what exactly does about $450 million, call it $420 million, buy in London's rail world? Think 3 playbooks. First, the new station package. That budget can fund a full mainline stop. Platforms, lifts, concourse, ticket hall, footbridges, power, signaling interfaces, and public realm. Brent Cross West is the template. A big civic space over live tracks, designed to move thousands per hour while tying into regeneration on day one. One focused build, city-scale ripple. Second, the short extension. For roughly a few £100 million, London can push a line a few kilometers, lay new track, add one terminal station, and rewire bus flows. The result? A 7-10-minute hop that flips a last-mile desert into a connected district and slashes car trips. Small distance, outsized impact. Third, the fleet refresh. That same envelope can fund dozens of modern trains. Walk-through carriages, better acceleration, higher reliability, plus depot and signaling tweaks. You don't dig a tunnel. You mint capacity by increasing trains per hour and cutting failures. Which lever would you pull first? One landmark station, a short but mighty extension, or a citywide fleet upgrade that quietly raises the ceiling across the map? Imagine standing on a brand new concourse that floats above live mainline tracks. Trains slide beneath your feet. Cranes swing across a skyline of new homes and offices. That's Brent Cross West, a near 450-meter, 419-meter station that opened in December 2023 and rewired Northwest London's map in one move. The brief sounded simple. Add a new Thameslink stop between Cricklewood and Hendon. The reality? A full civic gateway. Long platforms, step-free lifts, an overbridge, ticket halls, power and signaling interfaces, plus public realm, delivered while the railway kept running. Why spend this much on just a station? Because it's the keystone for Brent Crosstown, an $8 billion regeneration targeting 6,700 homes and 25,000 jobs. Rail first, city next, with up to 8 trains per hour at peaks, around 6 off-peak. Riders step onto through London services that can hit Farringdon in about 12-15 minutes, linking directly into the Elizabeth line and shrinking cross-city trips without a single new tunnel. That's leverage. The timeline twist is the drama. Early plans sat within a 2030 program horizon, but delivery landed years earlier, in 2023, to unlock development momentum sooner. Think open-heart surgery on a marathon runner, night possessions, staged works, and precision interfaces so commuters barely notice the scalpel. Was the price high? Sure, but compare it to multi-billion tube projects and ask what else unlocks thousands of homes, a new employment district, and faster journeys with one strategic, high-impact node. Would you call that just a station? Before we continue with the video and my further explanation about London's $450 million railway system makeover, I want to ask for your help. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs by the end of the month, so I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and help me out. Okay, let's continue. Here's the impossible brief. Build a major mainline station over trains that never stop. That means staged possessions, short, night and weekend windows where crews can lift steel, pour concrete, and vanish before the first commuter train. Miss one window and the dominoes topple. Fabrication delays, testing squeeze, cost creep. Would you gamble a morning rush hour on a late bolt? Precision is everything. Platforms must meet tight tolerances for 8 to 12 car trains. Overbridges thread between live cables. New ticket halls plug into legacy systems without tripping alarms. Think keyhole surgery with excavators. Above ground, you choreograph cranes around highways, buses, cyclists, and a growing regeneration site. Below ground, it's utilities roulette. Water, fiber, power, move one, discover two. Each diversion needs permits, traffic plans, and night crews. Then the railway brain. Integrate the station into existing timetables. Thameslink core runs like a metronome. Add a stop and you risk ripple delays. So you model dwell times, door cycles, and passenger flow. You test, retest, and simulate failure modes. Before day one, finally the handshakes. New fire systems, CCTV, ticketing, lifts, and wayfinding must pass independent safety approvals. No approval, no opening. All this under a fixed budget envelope. Value engineering shaves millimeters, not ambition. Slimmer claddings, modular stair flights, precast slabs. The win is surgical. Deliver a landmark, keep trains moving, and make Monday morning feel normal. Could you tell a city you rebuilt its railway without it noticing? What changes the day after a 450-meter rail move lands? The city exhales. At Brent Cross West, frequency jumps to 6 trains per hour off-peak and up to 8 at peaks, so waits shrink and missed trains stop feeling fatal. A ride to Farringdon, your gateway to the Elizabeth line, drops to around a 12-15-minute glide, which means Canary Wharf, Heathrow, and East London all snap closer without a single new tunnel. That's connectivity compounding. On the ground, buses reroute to feed the station. Cycling paths and pedestrian bridges turn the wrong side of the tracks into a front door. Parents plan later school drop-offs because the train is predictable. Shift workers trust the clock again. Employers widen hiring radiuses because travel time maps just redrew themselves. For the Brent Crosstown build-out, rail-first planning unlocks thousands of homes and the jobs to match. Fewer car trips, cleaner air, livelier streets. This is how one node tilts habits across a whole district. And the benefits scale. Short extensions like Barking Riverside or Targeted Fleet refreshes on the DLR spread reliability and capacity citywide. So crowding eases where you actually feel it, on platforms at 8:30 a.m. Would you notice the engineering? Maybe not. You'll just make the next train, grab a seat, and arrive earlier than your calendar expects. Isn't that the whole point? Follow the pounds and you'll find a braid, not a single rope. A near 450mm station package typically blends local authority leadership, central government grants, and rail industry delivery, with developer contributions tied to the new homes and jobs it unlocks. Think of it like forward funding a neighborhood. Public money seeds the station, regeneration lifts land. Values. Over time, business rates growth, fares, and commercial leases help pay the tab. For a fleet refresh, the quiet capacity monster, the model shifts. Transport Authority procurement signs a multi-year contract for dozens of trains, bundling maintenance, depots, and testing, so reliability gains show up on day one. Financing can include capital grants, prudential borrowing, and value for money savings from replacing failure-prone stock. The guardrails, strict gateways, staged approvals, and independent safety sign-off before a single passenger rides. Miss a milestone, and funding gets nervous fast. Hit them, and the money keeps flowing, right into faster journeys and new city life. Before we continue with the video and my further explanation about London's $450 million railway system makeover, I want to ask for your help. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs by the end of the month, so I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and help me out. Okay, let's continue. By 2030, complete won't look like one giant ribbon, it'll feel like 1,000 small wins adding up. Brent Cross West is already open. By then, the surrounding homes, offices, and public spaces hum at full tilt, feeding steady flows through the station all day. A refreshed DLR-style fleet across town means higher reliability, fewer cancellations, quicker acceleration, tighter dwell times, so you trust the clock more than luck. Short extensions, Barking Riverside-type moves, keep stitching new districts into the rail web until the map reads like a promise kept. The KPI isn't a single opening date, it's minutes saved, crowding eased, jobs reachable within 45 minutes, and CO2 not emitted. That's what a 450 mailer class makeover delivers citywide, momentum that compounds. When 2030 arrives, will London feel smaller or just better connected?